What's going on, Metalheads? Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson, and I am your host. And this week is interesting because, dude, it's been almost six years since you were here last.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of crazy shit has happened in the last 6 fucking years. We went through a pandemic. Yeah,
true.
You know, we were talking during that because we were just wondering what was going to happen still, because it was in September of 2020 when you were here. Ladies and gentlemen, from Silver Talon, guitarist extraordinaire, he is here. No man, or no myth, no legend, all the dude. Bryce VanHoosen. Dude, thank you for being here this week.
Yeah, my pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me back.
I know. How have things been? How has, the West Coast been for you?
Been good. I mean, obviously since the last time we talked, I'm trying to think. It's weird, man. Like 2020 feels like yesterday, and like, a decade ago, all at the same kind of time, right?
Yeah, it does. It's crazy because, the world stopped.
It did. Yeah, and then it's kind of been at a weird sort of halting kind of, cadence of sort of getting back rolling again, right? Mm-hmm. Especially on the West Coast, there have been kind of a lot of problems that have come out of that. I think like homelessness is sort of the worst it's been over here.
There's a lot here too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's kind of like that everywhere. So, it's really strange. I just think, I guess as a country, we've kind of gone through some, maybe some growing pains getting to, whatever next sort of, historical epic we'll be in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever next thing is on the horizon, it's almost as if is this our Great Depression, I guess?
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully it won't be quite as bad as that, or, even quite as bad as like 2008 was, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's weird, history has not stopped being, really, really interesting for us, which is sometimes not always the best thing.
Yeah, it's like, talking to elders and stuff like that, and elders in the scene, your parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whoever, and then you talk to them about, did you ever just wonder what the fuck was going to happen next? And they're like, yeah, every day,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking like people who lived through like Nixon and shit.
Oh, sure. I mean, even like, talking to my parents and stuff like that, where they thought, they literally thought that, any day Russia could launch a nuke and they would be wiped off the face of the planet, and just sort of living with that kind of in the back of your mind. I can't imagine, like one of the elementary schools in the town that I grew up in had like a nuclear fallout shelter in it, like,
yeah, we had the earthquake shelters, and okay, I live in Indiana. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we had it like an earthquake protocol here. And it's like, in my life, there have maybe ever been 2 slight rumblings of earthquakes. Ever.
Oh, okay. So
and
that was
but they still had
for nuclear bomb kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like, but it was basically like go in and put your head under your desk and shit. It's like,
Right.
And then you see the video of the house just being disintegrated by the fucking bomb.
Yeah, it's all a little bit of like control theater just to sort of make people feel okay. But this school had an actual a nuclear
like a fallout shelter,
bomb shelter in the basement that like the entire town, the entire town of Oregon City would like go into.
Wow.
So yeah, those things are like, kind of few and far between.
Is that place still a school, by the way?
No, it's there's a whole history of it. It's called Eastham. And at some point, one of the teachers murdered the principal. So they found his body
Whoa.
like in the back of a car, like in downtown Oregon City.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, Oregon City's weird, man. Weirdest place on planet Earth, right? Not a lot of crime, but when it happens, it's
It's
fucking
major
weird.
fucking
It's
crime.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Um,
fucking everything's like Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So after that, they found it a little bit hard to go back and have like regular classes there, and ended up building a new school. So
Oh,
it's kind of
sure.
like a little bit of like a community center kind of thing, but it's still the building's still there, and the fallout shelter is still there as well. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That would be rad as hell to have like bought that building after they decommissioned it as a school and then basically had a whole fucking fallout shelter that was underneath and just be like win for
yeah,
me. Because
I got this.
I've seen people where they've listed like old schools, just like old churches and stuff for sale, you
Oh,
know.
right.
Yeah, so like hell yeah, I'd be looking for that shit. Be like finding whatever crazy shit was in an old fucking abandoned school or whatever. There's
Yeah,
gotta be weird shit.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's probably like what do they call them? MREs? Is that the
Oh
food,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
rations, all that kind of
the
stuff?
meals ready to eat, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That the military uses. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. So the last time you were here, we were talking Deceiver I Am. And
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
been a minute ago.
Has been a minute. Yeah.
I mean, kind of a lot's happened in the band since then, right? You've
Yeah.
had maybe a couple member changes. You've had, you know, I mean, tell me what all has happened in the last few years for Silver Talon. Let's catch
Yeah.
people up.
Totally. Yeah. So yeah. So for Decadence of Decay, See Where I Am, that came out in 2020. Decadence of Decay came out 2021. Since then, at that point, right, we had three guitar players doing stuff. And so that just kind of given schedules, that sort of thing. Sebastian, right, being in Unto Others and kind of their heavy touring schedule, all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he had to leave to basically go do that full
Oh yeah,
time.
because there for a
Um,
moment they were doing like a lot.
they
Like
were doing a
they
lot.
were announcing shows that were crazy. Like they'd announced like 20 or 30 dates. And then in the middle of being on the road on those, they'd announced like 15 more on that tour.
Yeah, they
And it's
were.
just like, holy shit.
Yep, definitely very aggressive with their touring schedule.
Mm-hmm.
There was also kind of some other sort of contract sort of stuff that was going on as well, with them being on Roadrunner at the time, that sort of thing. There's a lot of like really kind of strange sort of like old school business minded kind of stuff from
Sure.
various people in the industry still. We're like, don't have any other projects, this is it, and all your eggs are in this basket, and there you go. So that being said, right, amicably, he just kind of stepped out. He didn't want to do it, but it was just, kind of what we had to do. So,
Sure.
still really good friends. In fact, he's, if you've seen the videos of us recording Iron in the studio, right? Sebastian is there doing backup vocals with us. So,
Mm-hmm.
still obviously really, really good friends with him. And then also drummer Michael Thompson, he stepped down as well. He kind of had some personal stuff that was going on, family sort of things, that kind of stuff. So
Sure.
he just kind of needed to, really sort of make a bit of a change in his life. So yeah, wish him all the best. But so that being said, we obviously the core lineup of me, Wyatt, Devin, Walter, that's remains steady since like what 2019 or something
Sure.
like that. And then now we have the addition of drummer Nick VanHoosen, who's a killer drummer, and honestly, I think we sound better than we ever have. We're really kind of hitting the hitting the studio, putting in the woodshed time, and live. I think it's translating, and we're hitting the stage like more powerful than we've ever been. So
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about. I mean, it doesn't always have to be about some bit of like, fuck this guy or fuck that guy or whatever. It doesn't always have to be that. People can have personal issues come up and have to leave, and and everything still be good for everybody. And it's like, hey, sorry this doesn't work out. I appreciate you telling me. But I think more often than not, I think people are so in the mainstream aspect of like the rock and metal world. I think they really get into the feuding quite a bit between
sure.
between bands. Obviously, the Mustaine Metallica feud, it's been going on for 45 fucking years now.
Right.
But like you get that, but then you get like the other stuff in there, like they're like the Black Sabbath feuding and whether it have been with Dio but I think a lot of people, or Pantera for that matter, when they devised and whatnot, or dissolved. And, that's one of the things that's really unfortunate, that, stuff like that being, in the public eye, I guess, that for all of that does happen that way, that there's not, you don't get enough good press for the good reasons why people are like quitting to work on themselves, or you never get that. It's like, hey, I'm an alcoholic, maybe I should quit this band and get myself right and then come back. Let me wait for them to fire me and send me back on a bus, and then I'm gonna bitch about it for the next 40 years.
Right. And at the same time, right, it's that kind of stuff I feel like is it's very interesting, right? So I'm even guilty of, you want to read about the train wrecks, you want to read about the big personalities that are sort of colliding, and he said, she said kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are fascinated about that, and we don't have any of that. So we've actually joked a little bit about just inventing some of it. So maybe in the future we'll have a some kind of big beef with maybe.
Isn't that political theater?
Basically, yeah. It's like, I mean,
isn't
almost,
that kind of what that is? It's political theater. You wag the dog, where they create the fucking fake war to get points for the president, kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like
exactly. But that it works and it sells. So maybe we'll have a big feud with the Unto Others folks.
Oh my gosh.
Or great for business.
I always love it because Trevor Church makes the comment. He's like, I love these guys, they're a great band. He's like, unfortunately they had to change their name, but when they have the logo, when it's all spread out, he calls them Untoothers.
Oh yeah, we all call them that. That's yeah. They're the Tooth Band. That's,
Yep. I get it. So, being from Portland, you all have an amazing scene of bands out there already.
Yeah, you really do.
That are just so many awesome fucking people that are even, you will get a lot of bleed over up into like the Seattle scene and the Vancouver part of it as well. There's
Definitely.
that whole run. What is it out there? What's in the fucking water? I mean, or is it the alcohol? I don't know. What is it? I mean, is it is it good? Is it good green? I don't know. But like, is it something? I mean, because there's a lot of fucking awesome people out there that are in awesome bands.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. It rains a lot, so there's not a lot to do outside, outside activities 9 months out of the year. So that probably has something to do with it. I mean, if you think of, all of the major sort of metal places or music places, right? Like Portland, Sweden, Norway, just places where,
it's cold or the weather's torrential most of the year. Yeah.
It's gray a lot of the time too. I think that really kind of does something to your psyche, where you're, everybody's a little bit on edge and you're just kind of like, fuck this, I gotta get out the aggression. But then there have been other scenes, like LA and that sort of thing, where that hasn't necessarily been the case. So, man, I don't know. It's like a culture thing, also, right?
Sure.
There's bands playing everywhere, and it's kind of like a bit of like a sort of a weird kind of kitschy thing, even amongst sort of like the more mainstream kind of crowd, where they're like, "Yeah,
Sure.
I went to a grocery store in Portland and a band was playing." Like, isn't this place so weird? So, you
Like
know,
at the store?
yeah,
Holy
yeah,
shit, really?
yeah. I mean, this maybe used to happen, pre-pandemic more often, right? But
Sure,
you'd
sure.
have like bodegas and things like that, where just have bands in there, like got to get bodies to come in,
Dude,
come
that's
hell or
pretty
high
cool
water.
though. I
So
mean, and that's one of the things that I always ask other people about when I'm just like making casual conversation in like the metal world is just like, you know, I think there's an unfortunate thing where metal has a very cannibalistic crowd
mhm.
where, once there's no new 40-year-olds coming out to bars when you're playing music and you're in your 30s and your 40s and stuff like that. So
Sure, yeah,
you
true.
have to play, you try to have to play all ages, or you want to try to play all ages shows to where you can build a crowd with, with younger people, get younger people involved and making a movement kind of deal. But like, I always ask about the non-typical venues. It's like,
Right.
where else can you play other than a bar?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like, uh, when you're in that bar scene, when you're in that mid range, not playing theaters, not playing, you're not doing stuff like, you're not on tour with King Diamond or whoever
Right, right,
kind of
right.
deal, right? That like so it's like, where can you go other than
Hmm.
bars? And it's like, that's been my ultimate goal is to look for those places and try to put on killer shows for people.
Yeah. There's in the Bay, there's also a lot of bowling alleys that will have
Mm-hmm.
that will have shows. That's a thing that I didn't realize was a thing until a few years ago when we
We
played
have
at
two
one.
near here.
Oh,
We have
sweet. Okay.
two. Yeah, we have two near here that well, we did have one here in town in Louisville for a while. It was called
Okay.
Vernon Lanes. But the two that are like the big ones around here are East Side and West Side Bowl.
Okay.
And East Side's in Tennessee, in Nashville, and West Side is in like it's in like oh shit, I can't. It's in Ohio.
Okay. Gotcha.
I can't remember the name of the town. Unfortunately, it'll come to me in a minute, and I'll be like, "Oh fuck, it's this." But it's
Sure.
not Cleveland. It's near Cleveland. It's not Columbus. It's
A lot of weird little towns in Ohio.
yeah, 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 yeah. Ohio. I shared a meme with somebody the other day, and it was like it was a pothole that was shaped like Ohio, and it said, "How is your
Oh
life
yeah.
doing today?"
Yeah, yeah,
And it
yeah.
was that, and it's like, yep. And she was just like, "Yeah, when did you move to Ohio?" Like that's exactly what it's like living here.
Yeah. My
uh,
my 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 sister lives in Ohio.
oh
I,
wow.
yeah, I forget where.
When's the last time you've come out this way to visit, or have you
I've never
ever?
No, I have not been there since she's lived there. Last time we were in Ohio, I want to say was probably 2018. I don't think we've been over kind of that far east
Yeah, because
since
I think you all
2018.
play. I think you all played around the. Did you all play Lexington at one time, or did you all play Louisville?
I think we played Lexington.
I think you did, because it would have been with like Savage Master or somebody. Uh,
Yeah, okay. Did
yeah, and
we
that was in
did
like 2018 or 2019 or something.
so we yeah,
I
we did the tour
remember
with Savage
that.
Master 2019. I don't know. I think we went as far east as Atlanta for that
Okay,
one and then went home because we met them in Portland. So they did a number of dates
sure,
from over
sure.
there out to Portland. But yeah, we played somewhere in I don't know, like 2018. We did a
Yeah,
massive like 4 like month long full US tour for Lord knows what reason. It was a lot of fun, but we
I
hit all
mean,
these places.
it's kind of like I look at stuff like that as like when you're first starting out, you have the grandiose idea of doing the job, right? Of doing
Right.
the way things should work. When you're 19 and you're printing an album and you get like 1,000 copies of it. And then
Mhm.
you quickly realize when you're 19 that's a hard sell.
You're gonna have those albums for a while.
Yeah, that you could have those albums for a while and hopefully not, but more often than not, yeah, it is. And then, doing a tour the same way, where when you, like you said, it's like, oh, we're going to do 30 days. And it's like, when you actually map it out and calculate all that money, then you're just like, oh shit, this is a big damn deal.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So,
Man, that was
yeah.
that was our first tour.
And,
So
and honestly, have you thought of as a lofty a goal since then, because that was such a long tour? Have you always wanted to do something that long again, or did you learn a lesson from it?
yeah, I mean, it was a successful tour. We didn't lose our ass on it or anything like that. It was long, it just gets grueling, right? Like you hit, Wednesday in Nebraska is not, something that's everyone's going to be
exactly
kind of
feasible.
well, it, yeah, it will be, but everyone's going to be kind of, bums a little bit, right? Because it's going to be like, 6 people, the diehard showing up to the show, and they'll be like, oh man,
Sure.
So that stuff can get a little bit grating on you after a while. Especially when you're 5 guys in a van or something like that, sleeping in like a Walmart parking lot or whatever, because we're
and you're playing for the door or whatever, and yeah,
exactly.
that is definitely a hard deal to, it does grind on you, especially, it's less the longer it goes, I think, especially when if you've got 2 weeks of it and you're in the first 3 shows or whatever, then you're just like, what the fuck? I would almost equate it to like, like, I'm a hockey fan. I think we talked about that before the last time. Like watching the Kings go on the road and then losing like 3 or 4 games in a row on the road. It's got to be it's got to be a thing. It's like, are we gonna choke this entire fucking time? And then and then that one happens and you get jazzed up and you just got to harness it and take it.
Yep, exactly.
Hell yeah. So what do we have going for Silver Talon? What's coming up for 26?
Yeah. So
this is the thing, here we are.
This is it. Yeah. So we just released Iron, first single off the new album. So a lot of people have been asking me, like, is this indicative of kind of what's to come? Like, yes, full album is coming. So we have all of the everything's recorded, so we're just working on the mix right now. And once that's done, we'll start trickling out more singles, that kind of thing. And so you'll see a lot more activity from us on that front throughout the year. So
definitely
there'll be
now
more singles.
as we record this weekend, you start a tour. And you're doing 7 dates, 8 dates?
Yep, 7 days. Yeah,
7 days. All right. And by the time this drops, you're going to be in Texas, I believe.
Yeah, Texas.
So, tell everybody about the tour. I mean, like, what are you looking forward to out of that? What's just the in generals.
Yeah, so I mean the scene out in Texas is another one. I feel like it's kind of, bit of a kindred sort of scene. It really is. And I feel like that's kind of the spot.
You can do the Dirty Texas run where you hit like Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, El Paso. You can hit all of those in one that 1 week of a tour.
Right. And that was exactly kind of our thought process in going into this one, right? hitting our bass player actually currently lives out in Austin, so we're kind of, he's flying here, then we're driving there and dropping him off and then coming back. So
Nice.
so yeah, hitting El Paso, San Antonio, Austin, a couple of the other places we sort of purposely left off. Dallas wasn't able to get anything to work out there, so that one can be a little bit tough. But San Antonio, Austin, even El Paso have always been really good to us. So we wanted to make it a point to get out there and sort of grace everybody with our presence, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I love Texas. Love the metal scene out there. The community is super strong. And it feels kind of like almost its own little sort of like, Northwest kind of vibe, even though it's completely on the, direct opposite
the
side of the
South,
country,
as it were. Yeah. So with that, are you all going, who are you all going out with? I know, Mean Mistreater is going to be on a few shows.
Yeah, so we're not really taking anybody with us or anything like that. These are all just kind of shows that I set up specifically, kind of handpicking bills and all of these different places. So yeah, we got Mean Mistreater. They're going to be playing with us in both San Antonio and Austin. Great band. San Antonio show is going to be, we got a stacked bill there. It's going to be at Fitzgerald's. So we got Holy Hell, and then some other thrash band called Powerhouse that's on that one. Austin, we got Mortar Siege that's out there, kind of a dirty sort of, DB crust kind of metal band. And then, El Paso's at, of course, the famous Rock House. So
Sure.
been there many times. That's got a stacked lineup as well. And then, yeah, we're, playing with some other bands that are friends with us, like Exclusionist out of Salt Lake City. So that's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, I see that one here. That's going to be a cool date. I am digging this flyer artwork.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Like it's kind of like Death Dealer and King Conan in a way.
Right.
I just love that. Like, I love the what is that looking at me? It's like,
right.
Should I be shitting my pants at this guy?
Yeah.
And if I see that fucker
yes.
in the pit, I'm not coming to the show. I'll just turn around and walk out. No. I mean, like, so where did you do who did the flyering for that?
Yeah, so that was Daniel Porta. He's done a number of different art pieces for us. He did the Deceiver I Am artwork.
Mm-hmm.
What else has he done for us? He did the last.
He did the Ice Owl Ledger of Timeless Watchers album artwork for me.
Oh yeah, sick. Yeah,
yeah. He just posted that, so he was our artist for that run. So yeah, I'm definitely familiar with Daniel Porta, the Pit Forge on Instagram. Definitely familiar with his artwork.
He's so phenomenal. Good and just so easy to work with, man. Like anybody needs artwork should hit that guy up, because he's
absolutely.
Just an absolute pleasure.
It weirds me out paying him, though. I will say that, because his rates are great. Okay.
Oh, right.
But like when you're paying like through PayPal and it does the auto conversion.
Oh yeah, to pesos or whatever.
For his currency, and it's just like, holy shit. It's like 10,000 peso. It's like, hell yeah, man.
I just kind of what do I think of pesos as like cents almost.
Almost, yeah. But when I see it, I'm just like, it weirds me out. It's like ordering stuff from Japan. Ordering import albums or import games or something, and it's like 300,000 yen or something. And which is like $48 or something.
Right. Yeah. And I think, well, this might be different now given the conversion rate between the Japanese yen and the dollar, but used to be a lot more expensive in Japan. I think the currency's been a little bit devalued recently.
Yeah, I think it's flipped now. Yeah, but see, it
Yeah.
used to be a lot more money for us for the Great British Pound or the euro.
Oh
That
God,
was
I
always the
remember those
word.
days.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember those days? Like
Yeah, it was like
fucking.
$2 for a pound.
Uh huh.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
that was rough,
those
man.
were the worst, especially in like
Mm-hmm.
the because I've been doing this for playing music and sending shit overseas for about 25 or so years now.
Okay.
And like back in the day, like in like 2000, 2001, it was fucking, it almost felt worse. It was like
Really?
250 or yeah to the
Holy
dollar. And it was
shit.
just like seeing shit like that on eBay and it being like fucking pounds. And it's like, fuck, that's gonna be
Yeah.
so fucking expensive. And
Yeah, yeah.
now it's kind of leveled out a little bit. It's like $1.10 or $1.15 now. So but now
Yeah.
the only bad thing is now there's the fucking excise taxes at the fucking post. And
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
for them to pay the customs charge is like 40 fucking dollars or some shit of their money. And it's like, dude, that's terrible.
Yeah. Well, and for us to pay the custom charges now
Yes.
also with
Yep.
the ending of the de minimis exceptions and
Mm-hmm.
tariffs, and nobody knows what the hell is going on with any of that shit.
Oh,
So
absolutely. And I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing is like nobody knows what the hell is going on.
yeah,
There's so much
yeah.
shit going on that none of us know what the fuck is going on at any given moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. This has been the worst thing I think, with just kind of the amount of information that's out there, right? There's too much information. It's impossible to figure out heads from tails, all of that kind of thing. And and then once we, to slightly tangential here, but once we start getting into like legislation and things like that, right? Things where it's like, real dollars per item, right? Like
Yeah.
Excel spreadsheets, accountant kind of boring stuff. Then it starts to especially make no sense, because I don't think that anybody in Washington necessarily has the wherewithal to put together a cohesive plan for something as
Well, no.
boring as
And
that. You know what I mean?
there's so many of them involved. There is no
Right.
cohesive fucking plan.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's one and but yeah, legislation is definitely, that's where shit needs to be changed, especially in the music industry,
Oh yeah.
streaming rights. It's like when they come up with the fucking Copyright Act in 1979, they weren't looking at the advancement to streaming and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's time to change that.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's other places that do and have done really well with taking care of their artists and stuff. But for like here, oh my
Oh
god,
yeah. Yeah.
it's so archaic.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
even like terrestrial radio still makes X amount of fucking dollars on their royalties. But like,
that
when
nobody listens
fucking
to.
that nobody listens to. And but then, when you've got bands that are in the fucking the deal where they're going to be playing fucking 40 times on the rotation,
Right.
they're just like Spotify in that regard, where they get to negotiate their rate with the companies. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, if we're gonna, we're gonna do 1 billion fucking streams in the first quarter, so give us X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
and we'll license our shit to you.
Yeah. This is
And
the
it's like,
old
but for
payola scheme or whatever,
yeah,
right?
kind of pretty much. But for the normal people out there doing this, like your band, my bands, all of our friends' bands, it's pretty hard fucking core, and
Oh,
it's
for sure.
it's
Yeah.
a definitely an unjust system.
Definitely. I really think so. And, given the fact that our senators and folks that are in the government are only getting older, they have
and
a hard enough
and are out
time.
for themselves.
Yes, that as well. But, they have a hard enough time just understanding the concept of like what a PDF file is. You know what I mean?
Right,
So you start getting
right,
into
right.
like
The technology
mechanicals
is
and things like
without them.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's like, look at your parents, and if they can't text, you can that most of those fucking senators can't text.
Oh yeah, or they know how to do one thing on their iPhone, and that's it. That's all they're gonna do.
Like, yeah, I mean, and some of those you can honestly tell are like dictation, like they're using fucking Siri to fucking transcribe.
Yeah, the voice to speech. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I just said that, and then my phone lit up. Look at that shit. So hell yeah, the tour coming up. As we're talking, what's one of the things you're looking forward to the most with it?
Oh man, I mean, I think just getting down to obviously the overall goal is just is getting to Texas, playing those shows out there, just kind of experiencing that firsthand because it's been a while. I mean, I think I was last even in the state of Texas, maybe in like 2023 for Hell's Heroes.
Okay.
So, and then that's just kind of going to Houston, which is not always the most exciting thing ever.
Sure.
Love
Bush
Houston,
International,
but
I'm sorry, Bush Intercontinental.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been there several times. I've been there before it was Intercontinental. It was International at one time.
Okay. Yeah. Intercontinental
and then
sounds
the next time
weird.
I was there, they changed it to Intercontinental. I'm like,
weird.
Like the WWF title.
Yeah. What does that
George,
mean?
Yeah. Like it would still be international.
Yeah. That makes no sense. Nope. Are there any other intercontinental airports in the States?
I don't know.
All right.
But like
maybe Vince McMahon had something to do with
maybe
with
he
that.
had the fucking maybe he bought the naming rights or some shit. And,
oh.
Or they leased the naming rights from him. Hey, that shit doesn't surprise me at all. Like,
oh yeah. You look at something that doesn't make sense, there's always some kind of massive corporate backer behind it,
or some weird fucking thing, like it's like one fucking weird dude's obsession or some shit.
Yeah.
And he just fucking threw it up one day or whatever. And it's like, well, I guess that's what we're doing now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You give a bunch of weirdos enough money and they'll do.
And look at what you get. Look at what you get when you get a bunch of weirdos with enough fucking money. It's all over the fucking news.
Woo, boy.
Fucking the Simpsons prediction stuff is great. That's another new one that's out about. There's a group of people that live on an island that run the world.
Right. Yeah. Didn't they? I think they.
Yeah, it was like 26. It was 26 years ago.
Yeah.
They've done the presidencies and all that shit. It's crazy stuff. Maybe now that some stuff with him has been talked about, maybe we know why. It's not really production. He was just in the inner circle.
Maybe. Yeah. You never know.
Never know. So hell yeah. Album. When are we looking? Are we looking for later this year? Are we looking for like a spring release, a fall release? Do we have a name yet?
Yeah. So
are we allowed to talk about any of it? Is like Columbia Records or something picking it up and you can't talk about it, or is Metal Blade picking it up, or
No, it'll still be on M Theory. So we love the guys over there, Marco and the whole crew. So awesome guys all around. But it will most likely be out in fall. There's sort of like scheduling things that have to happen with like the pressing plants and all of that kind of stuff. So that is a little bit outside of my realm of expertise. I don't really get to see any of that, thankfully, because I'm sure it's all very, very boring. So basically just has to do with them importing the actual physical copies and all that kind of stuff, and however long that supply there takes.
Luckily enough, it's not as long.
Yeah, I remember back in like 2020, 2021, it was, man.
Yeah,
we were like 9 months there just to get your masters back,
Yeah, because didn't that happen with Deceiver? Didn't it come back? Didn't you print it? And then it took a few extra months to get.
Yes.
Was that?
Yes. I think that was kind of for both Deceiver, the 7 inches, and the full on Decadence and Decay album as well, right? Because there was a fire or something at a plant.
Yeah.
In fact, odd coincidence, some of the actual pellets were damaged with ash from the fire. And
Oh
so
wow.
some of that ash made it into some of the copies of the Deceiver IM 7 inch. So some of them will have little bits of ash actually in the lacquer itself or in the vinyl, the plastic, whatever.
Dude, I
It
never knew
just
that.
got in there. So
I never
yeah.
knew that. I'm gonna have to check my copy and see.
Yeah, if there's any kind of weird, like,
Like
smoky kind
marbling
of,
effect.
exactly, it's ash from
Dude, that's pretty
from
fucking
that
wild.
plant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny. They sent an email and they're like, "Are you guys okay with this? Like, it might not be the purest of black." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, man. It's a cool little
Hey,
bit of
it's a
history
cool
there." So
story.
yeah, so yeah,
It's
check it
like,
out. See if you got any weird,
yeah,
imperfections that are
I'll
in
have to
there.
get my box of sevens out and look just to make sure. Yeah, but see, like, okay, so I like started recently doing like the Discogs thing
Okay.
where like putting all of my collection on Discogs and whatnot, not to sell, but like just to, so I have a catalog of where I don't have to go to the shelf. I can say, do I have this? When I'm
Oh,
at the
sure.
store, I'm like, okay, well, I do. And that's such a thing that like you could have like your Deceiver I am 7 inch on there with ash as the thing, and it can be listed on there that way, like
Yeah. Yeah.
factory misprint, because
Right.
actually
Right. Right.
I recently picked up a copy of Kill 'Em All that was a 1986 CD print,
Okay.
and it's misprinted.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yep.
So like track listings are fucked up, song links are messed up. It's just like people's names are misspelled, and it's like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah. Yeah.
shit. It's like, was there no quality control back in the day?
Well, that even still happened with us, with the Spellcaster Night Hides the World, the album we did in 2016, where
Get a track flip flopped in the
yeah,
listing.
they put the label for side B on side A and vice
Oh,
versa. So
dude.
the first print of that, they're flipped. So yeah, that's a fun little thing.
I think Master is done that way too. Like Master of
Master
Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think
Okay.
on one of the early prints of that, it was done
Mm,
this like either they had two B labels or it was turned over.
okay.
There was
Interesting.
something similar, like where it was that deal. And then, of
Yeah.
course, getting like the green misprints of stuff, like the Ride the Lightning misprint.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
colors. Yeah, the front
that shit
cover.
would
Yeah.
to me, I'd be like, what the fuck? But like, when you're printing 10,000 copies of something and 1,000 of them are misprinted, it just makes it rare.
Yeah, right, exactly. And
It just becomes a sought after thing.
right. And those jobs, I have no doubt, production jobs like that are probably so boring that, all it takes is just one guy not paying 100% attention to something, and then, whoops,
Oh yeah.
now we got a run of these with the wrong labels. Like, what are we gonna do? Set them on fire? We'll just sell them and hope nobody notices. But
Sure.
they will.
Sure. This wasn't the limited edition transparent pink that I was looking for. This is more transparent red.
Yeah, that too.
Oh yeah, you get all of those people. Hell yeah. So later this year, new album, hopefully everything comes out as well as it should, and everything. So let's ask you some general questions about you as a person. We haven't,
All
like I
right.
said, we haven't done this for a minute. You're given one wish, but you can't use it on yourself. What would you wish for?
Oh, honestly, I would probably just wish for the health of my wife and my family. That they won't have any kind of crazy things that sort of pop up, and they all have long, uneventful lives from a health kind of perspective.
For sure.
Um, yeah, I think that would be the one that I'd have to go with.
Absolutely. Yeah, I dig that. That's yeah, because everybody, has somebody, I guess.
Yeah,
Mom, dad, spouse, children, uh, you know, even, cousins, whatever, that you care about and you just want to see them do the best or whatever. Uh
yeah. Just not be stricken
yeah.
down by any kind of weird health thing.
Yeah, yeah, because it's so needless almost, it's like,
Yeah,
you
completely.
know, it's like the thing. There's a English comedian named Stephen Fry, and it's like he gets asked if he does make it to heaven, and what's the first thing he would ask? He's like, bone cancer in children. What's that all about?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and yeah, I get that. So yeah, it's like yeah, there's so many needless things that we have to go through. Diabetes, fucking, high
Yeah, absolutely.
cholesterol. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, can't we just eat all the red meat that we want? No,
Well, I mean, even
or
if
whatever.
I'm a vegetarian and I still have
Sure.
high cholesterol, so it's
Oh
just kind of
wow,
yeah, right. And
that's
I'm like,
wild.
I'm like a buck 50 wet, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
but some people just
Yeah,
genetic kind of
it's their
thing.
it's their physiological makeup.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. Um, Complete this sentence with anything other than your job title.
okay,
Okay. I am a.
I am a. Oh,
Finish that
uh,
sentence.
huh. Okay. I am, man, I don't know. I it's like I got to think of something good, you know what I mean? Can't just be
Sure.
like something boring. Um, yeah, now I'm putting pressure on myself and I'm coming up with nothing here. So I am a bone collector. I've got some bones.
Ooh,
So yeah, we got
interesting. I see
we
the
got a
skull right there.
yeah, we got a bunch over here. Here's one. This
Ooh,
is a
is it a horse skull?
no, this is a red deer.
Oh,
It's coming apart here. This is always kind of fun, you know. It's like a little you got to put them back together sometimes.
yeah. Got to get
So
the gorilla glue out or the super glue.
I like to use wood glue because then it doesn't you can't see it
Yeah,
really and it
because it
doesn't leave
already
any sort of
stays yellow
residue.
with it.
And it's basically bone anyway, so you just put
Sure.
bone back on bone. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I got a
Hell
bunch of
yeah.
weird stuff like that around.
Do you have a piece that's your favorite?
Oh, I really like this one. If you can see that back there in between the Led Zeppelin and Sabbath
Yeah,
records.
yeah, next to the
Um,
sword.
yeah,
Is that a deer skull?
it is. Yeah, it's a
But his
black tail
his
deer skull. Just,
okay, because his
yeah,
rack looks a little wonky, looks demon-esque.
a little bit.
But
Yeah, I mean, it
from
was
this angle,
obviously.
it looks like one's kicked in and one's straight up, and
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously a fairly young deer at the time of his passing, but yeah, they kind of just they just grow sort of how they grow, and
sure,
then they fall off and do it all over
grow
again.
bigger the next year.
Exactly. So
Yeah. I'm digging your ram skull up there, or your
yeah,
sheep
that's
skull.
yep, that's a cool one. That
Yeah.
one.
I'm a huge fan of Masters of the Universe. So
Okay.
anything that looks like Skeletor's staff, like that one does,
Ah, okay. Okay.
I'm totally for it. And
Hell
obviously,
yeah.
as you can see here, I am a huge fan of skulls. So
Sure.
and that's I am a skull collector, from little pyrite skulls to other stone, and so hell yeah, man. That blacktail skull looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely a good one.
What is something, since you've been on in the last 5 or so years that you've been, um what is something that you have learned from and made you grow as a person?
Oh, I I think probably the biggest thing in the last 5 years has been definitely like I think physical health and just kind of how much that kind of intertwines with sort of your mental health as well.
Sure.
Um, so you know, I've kind of gotten a lot more into, running and that sort of thing, which I think if you would have talked to me, 5 years ago, I probably would have told you I absolutely hated running. Um, but it's great. And I think it's one of those things that can really kind of just sort of focus you a little bit more in sort of subtle ways, I guess. So
Okay.
yeah, there's been a lot of different kind of like health sort of things that I guess I discovered kind of about myself in the past 5 years that, from like sleep apnea, right? Having sleep apnea, taking care of that. Massive life changing thing, just kind of gave me more energy. And then from there, I'm like, well, what am I going to do with all this energy? I'm gonna run. So,
Right.
being more physical, better sleep, that kind of thing. Yeah, man, those have been kind of big sort of life changing kind of things.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely taking care of yourself, that's always where you should think. I mean, I'm diabetic, and, I have not in the last couple of years been the best at taking care of it. And then, once you get a moment to where you're just like, holy shit, I've got to fucking do something different.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
once you hit that moment, yeah, that's where you learn from it. And I've been the same way. And now, where I was 2 months ago versus where I am now, it's like a completely different different world. And like you said, with discovering you had sleep apnea, and
hmm,
now with wearing, I'm sure, wearing your Darth Vader mask in the middle of the
yeah,
night, your CPAP,
yeah, yep, yep,
that, like, the newfound energy you have. And I'm the same way with getting my blood sugar in check. Is it, it beforehand I was just run down all the time, but now
yeah,
with getting
yeah,
that in order, I've been just like, holy shit, more
yeah.
alert, and just overall feel better.
Yeah, it's it's so crazy, you might have like something going on that you don't even know, and then you
Hmm.
just make one little adjustment, and you're like, wow, this is what it feels like to be normal.
Sure. Absolutely. How many streaming services do you currently subscribe to?
I don't know. Does YouTube count?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, if you're subscribed to it, yes. If you're like
Okay.
YouTube Red, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah. Gotta do it. That's I would say that's the most necessary one. Yeah. If
What
y'all haven't
the other side of this question is, how many of them do you bum from friends
oh, I don't bum any of them from friends.
or family?
No,
Like,
I don't do any of that.
good deal.
Yeah, I mean, not because I'm morally against it or whatever. Like, it's fine, massive
It's just you
corporations, they're
you
not
fill
hurting.
your time with other stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't. Usually, it comes down to like if I want to watch something specifically. Um, then that's when we'll sign up for like a month or whatever. Of
Oh,
like,
do the free
like,
trial and
or you'll get it for like a couple months or whatever. Like
who's
right now, I got Amazon Prime because I want to watch Fallout, right? And I haven't.
sure.
My wife and I haven't gotten all caught up on that one quite yet. So,
You
and then
know,
we
I've
had
got
Apple
Prime
TV.
Video because I've got Prime Video for the fucking same fucking stupid reason. It's just like my mom is a uh Chiefs fan. Okay.
Okay.
And they had a couple of games on Prime. One of them was on Christmas Day. And she's like, will you sign us up for this? And it's just like, God damn it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Another one. So,
Yes. And so at least she's got that one. So that's one of the ones I'm bumming, you know?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because she's paying for that one because she wanted the
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she
You
bought
might as
movies.
well.
And then she bought movies off of it that like I already owned in like the physical form. And granted, we live like 30 miles apart, and I could just run them up to her one evening. It's just
Right.
like, why did you buy these? I have
Yeah.
these. Well, it's just I get it. Yeah. So filling your time doing other things that, and then, only doing it for when you want to do the binge watch or whatever. I get that.
Right.
Yeah, I think my count currently is what am I subscribed to personally? Wow.
It's hard to take inventory, man.
One thing.
Okay.
I know I'm subscribed to Peacock.
Okay.
But I don't even think I pay for that. I think I got the free tier that's on there.
Yeah. Like that is the other thing that can be confusing about it too. It's like I don't even know what I pay for anymore.
But like the Disney Plus I'm on is on it's on an account called Darth Freeloader.
Okay. Nice. Hell
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna say earlier. It's like when you sign up for Prime or you sign up for Netflix, it's like Hoos Van Bryson 291 at yahoo.com to get the fucking
oh yeah, the free trial again.
Free trial.
Yeah, that's there's a way to spoof your own Gmail address too, or if you put like a dot or like a +1 or something like that, you can endless aliases. So
oh yeah. It's like my work password for my app. It's like this. It's been the same password for like
+1 exclamation point.
Yeah, it's like exclamation point, 2 exclamation points.
Yeah.
3 exclamation points, and then 1 exclamation point and an @ symbol, and then one it's like the same fucking thing. You just change one character. That's it.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be dangerous though if you don't remember how many. Well, down 3 or 4 exclamation points. I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. I'm currently up to 4 on my current, so I have to fix that. When you're working on your normal computer or whatever, your laptop, do you put the little tape over the camera to not be spied on?
No, I don't ever do that.
No.
I mean,
I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's like, is it a conspiracy? I mean, is it real? I mean, I don't know.
So the funny thing about that, though, is that a lot of people will do that on their laptop, but I hardly ever see anybody do that on their cell phone, which, I'm sitting here in front of my cell phone.
The whole time.
There's a camera, and I feel like I have this in front of my face more than my laptop. You know what I mean? So
especially in this day and age, because there's so much technology around the thing that you can pretty much do everything on a phone now.
True.
Like, I mean, even if you're using GarageBand, you can import it to your phone list and you can mix it from there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, what the hell? I mean, nobody does it on their phones, but they did it on their laptops and nobody does it on their like tethered webcams either. I've ever noticed, or I've never seen somebody have the little lens cap shut.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's always been either a laptop or I have an ex that she used to do that.
Okay.
And she would do it. She did it with like duct tape.
Holy shit.
It's like,
Make sure this doesn't come off.
Yeah, no
permanent.
shit. Yeah, no kidding. Dude, Bryce, before we go today, I have another question for you. But as always, links, they're listed below. So please give likes, shares, follows, go do all the things and all the stuff. Go see them on tour. Obviously, you know, there's only a couple days left by the time you're hearing this. So you should have seen them on fucking tour, the Dirty South tour. Artwork by Daniel Porta of the Pit Forge, Silver Talon, hell yeah. A plethora of bands playing with them. Mean Mistreater on a couple of dates. Shout outs to them. Do you have anything else you'd like to promote or anyone you'd like to shout out today?
No, just, the new track is called Iron. So if you haven't listened to that, definitely go hit that up from whatever streaming service you're paying for or might not be paying for or might be borrowing from your
That's
great
one
aunt.
that I do. I put this out on Spotify and I don't even have a Spotify account.
I don't have a Spotify account. I got Apple Music because I got sucked into what is it? I got Mac everything. And so the way that they get you with Apple Music is if you're exporting like a demo or something, right? And you want to get it on your phone, and you don't want to like have to plug it in and manually drag files, you got to have iCloud Music, right?
Yes.
Which syncs all of your files and stuff like that between all your devices. But you got to pay for Apple Music to have iCloud Music. So I literally cannot listen to any demos that I export from my main kind of PC on my phone if I want to check a mix or whatever, without Apple Music. So they got me. They got me dead to rights.
That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. See, and that's
ridiculous.
where I just throw it to a Google Drive personally, and then just open up the Google Drive.
Then sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't load.
There is that too.
It's a weird. It's a weird. There's probably ways to get around it, but this, paying the $10.99 is, I guess, the easiest.
So, do you buy digital albums on there? I mean, obviously,
no.
you're a metalhead. You probably buy physical as much as you can on stuff like that. But do you buy digital albums for like, because you're not doing like the Spotify thing? Do you buy albums off of iTunes still or anything?
No, never really got into that. I'll just stream it specifically on iTunes. I've bought a couple of them off of like Bandcamp, but
which is another app,
right? Exactly. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna pay money for something, then definitely physical is the way to go. Specifically vinyl. That's my my biggest love in terms of media collections, that sort of thing.
What do you think the count's up to?
I don't know. I don't have like the biggest vinyl collection. It's not definitely not past like 1,000 or anything like that. Probably a few hundred. So
okay,
yeah, it's it's manageable. It's a lot, but it's manageable.
Well, I mean, no, getting like those people that get like thousands and thousands of albums. I worked in an almost strictly vinyl store, and just seeing those, people bringing in, what you cheap dollar vinyl, you're going to sell it for $1 a piece. People just bring that shit in like fucking Herb Alpert and a Tijuana Brass,
Yeah. Like that's the kind of stuff that I don't really want.
Yeah.
you want
it curated to your specific tastes, for sure.
Exactly. Which these days means, dropping like $40 on whatever deluxe version. So,
dude, Bryce, thank you so much. Thank you for doing
my pleasure,
this.
Man.
This has been awesome.
Yeah.
So my final question of the day is, when you meet new people, what do you hope they see about you?
Man, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm usually just sort of thinking about like my own self and kind of how I interact with them.
Sure.
Which I guess that also means, right, I want to be perceived a certain way. Um, but I always just try to kind of treat people with kindness and dignity and that kind of stuff. Try to remember people's names. It's tough. It's really hard, especially meeting a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I met Doug Aldrich, right? Guitar player from
Hmm.
Whitesnake, Lion, Dio.
Yeah.
I met him at a NAMM convention probably back in like 2020 or something like that. And I was really impressed at the way that he was able to kind of make sort of like a personal connection with people without necessarily having met them before, right? So like never
Okay.
met this guy in my life, go up to him, shake his hand, and he's just kind of talking to me like he knew me already kind of thing. So that has sort of been my goal in, when I meet people, right? Is to kind of bring that, I guess, that little bit of air of sort of familiarity. And it's not something that I don't feel like I've mastered that, but it's a skill for sure, and I'm aware that it is, and I'm trying to kind of strive for that kind of thing. So,
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, I guess that's sort of what I hope, right? I hope when I meet somebody
Absolutely.
new that it's like you're meeting an old friend kind of thing.
And it's funny that you mention him as well, and Dio and whatnot, because apparently Dio was that way with his fans too.
Sure, like he
Yeah,
probably had to have learned it from somewhere, right?
yeah.
Um,
Like that. It's just, hey, that's one of the things about doing this. It's like I talk to a lot of people, and like just like being able, it's like sometimes it's just a thing, you know, where
mhm,
you
mhm,
just
mhm.
like are holy hell. It's like being on the same wavelength as somebody, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And when you're
And some people are attuned to so many people. Yeah.
right, and when you're not, then you meet you meet those people where it's like they're just so
Sid Barrett.
uh oh, okay, yeah, oh yeah, 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 right, right, right.
Yeah. That are just
um
like, you know, that they're not necessarily abrasive, but they're just like, you could tell that they're in their own world.
exactly. You're like completely oblivious to whatever's going on.
Yep. Yep. Dude, Bryce, thank you so much. This has been fun catching up with you. And we don't fucking need to do this in another 6 years.
Yeah, man, just hit me
We'll
up.
do
I'm
this.
here
We'll do this
anytime.
sooner than 6 years. But things happen. We went through fucking. It's almost like we went through two world war. No,
Well, not quite that extreme, but yeah,
not
definitely
quite that extreme. But geez, sometimes it feels like it, doesn't it?
a little bit, a little bit.
A little bit. Dude, have a good tour. Kick ass. Take names. Do all the things and all the stuff. Dude, make all the social media posts. Share it out. Get
Absolutely.
those followers, get those awesome fucking memories with everybody, and dude, keep kicking ass. So we're gonna
Thank
play
you so much.
on our way out today the new single, Iron.
Yeah.
Metal every day.
Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza Donisi. Pizza Donisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza Donisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza Donisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. For 45 years and keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shade Beast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shade Beast Presents concert series.
Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shade Beast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soul Grinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code MetalForge10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now.
Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby.
In a broken wasteland, come to my fire and place your blood and steel upon